Good evening, everyone. My name is Tasha Smutney. I am a double gold consultant and a two-time IATAN card holder. We're going to talk tonight about three different things. Okay, we're going to talk about your, first of all, how we make sure we get paid our commissions by filling out commission tracking form and your pay card, your Akimbo card for U.S. agents. And also we're going to talk about, first, we're going to start with the commission tracking, not commission, credit card authorization form. So let me share my screen with you. It is super, super important that whenever you are using a client's credit card to make a purchase for them, make their booking, you need to be completing a credit card authorization form. Okay, that's super, super important. So from your back office, you are going to go to the Travel Cafe, and I'm going to give you guys a good template as well. But the Travel Cafe, once in the Travel Cafe, you're going to go to where it says forms, and commission tracking form is, nope, credit card authorization form. We're going to do that one later, commission tracking form. Credit card authorization form. You never, ever, 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 ever want to make a booking without a credit card authorization form. This is what's going to protect you. If a client comes back and says, I never said they could make that purchase with my credit card, or if somebody comes back and does a chargeback, if somebody comes back and does a chargeback and you do not have a credit card authorization form, Archer will hold you responsible financially. So we always get the credit card authorization form completed. Okay. And that's why it's so important that we learn about this. Okay. Now it does say, please note, if the booking is going to be made within 21 days of travel, we have specific 21 day of travel within 21 days of travel procedures. There are specific vendors listed there when you go into this link that Archer will actually have to approve the travel and do some of that booking for you. All right. And that honestly is to protect you from fraud. A lot of people who are going to try to be fraudulent making a booking try to do it short notice. So please, as a new agent, if you ever get something that, you ever get something from somebody that is a stranger asking for something last minute, if they're like really weird about getting on the phone, any of that, move on. If they won't get on the phone with you, especially if it's last minute, move on. Say, I'm sorry, I don't work with clients who will not get on the phone with me. Right? Now, somebody just said, even if it's us. Yes, because there are specific vendors that it's not necessarily Archer's policy, but it's the vendor's policy that it goes through the host agency. So if we look at that link for 21-day booking, right? Anything in VAX, Apple Vacations, FunJet, Blue Sky, Travel Impressions, Southwest Vacations, United Vacations. So pretty much if you're using VAX for something, whether it's for yourself or a client, you're going to have to follow this 21 days of departure policy. All right. Even if you're booking for yourself, right? American Airlines Vacations, AM Resorts Collections, Beds Online, Pleasant Holidays, ski.com, and World Agent Direct. So, however, other things you don't have to do that. Doesn't have to go through Archer. All right. There are also specifically procedures if it's not made with the traveler's credit card. So if somebody is purchasing for somebody else for within those 21 days, someone says they're a business or a company and they're booking for their workers, whatever the case may be, regardless of the supplier, if it's not the traveler's credit card, even if say it's grandma's not going on the trip and she's paying for the family trip, but it's within 21 days of departure. It does not matter what vendor you're using, you have to follow this procedure. Okay. If you don't follow this, it could cause you to forfeit commissions, right? We don't want to do that, right? We also don't want to be held responsible if somebody says, I didn't say they could use my credit card, whether it's within 21 days or not. So I found this page from the forms and credit card authorization page, which is where we are right now. So see, it says within 21 days. To download the form. I'm going to tell you that when you download the form, it downloads kind of weird. So that's why I'm going to give you my copy, right? So when you come in here for clients credit card authorization form, USA, we do have a USA for USA agents if you are working with Spanish speaking clients. If you are from another country, Mexico, Australia, or UK, you have your credit card authorization forms right in here. I don't believe anyone here is from another country this evening, right? So when you come in, you click USA. It's going to bring this up in Adobe Acrobat. Now, what you can do, if you're somebody who uses Adobe Acrobat, you can just fill it out right here, send it to the client, have them do the electronic signature through Adobe, which is a PDF filler, right? However, what I have done, I have downloaded it. When you download it from here, it comes out kind of weird. So what I did, here's mine. I fixed the spacing. I put a logo. I put my information at the top, right? My logo, my name. I put the city I'm in. I didn't put my actual address because I don't feel that people need to know my street address. All right. My phone number, my email I use for my business. And then I filled in here, I hereby authorize Tasha Smutney, right? That's me. And then I have this that I can copy for each client. Here is what I did first and left it blank so I can share it. You would put your business info here. I will tell you what I did. This is a picture I made on Canva. Oh, this one actually is not a picture I made on Canva. I have one that I made a picture on Canva that you could put right there, or you could insert your logo and your information. You put your name in this space. It's important that you have the one that says travel protection was offered, yes or no. Travel protection was accepted, yes or no. Because then somebody can't come back and say, well, I didn't know travel protection was an option. And then something goes wrong and they didn't have travel insurance, travel protection, and they blame you. Okay. So I'm going to give everyone this template. Anyone with the link is a viewer, so you're not going to be able to edit this one. And in case you're not familiar with Google Docs, I will show you exactly what you have to do. So I did just put that link in the chat. So when you open this up, you just click File and Make a Copy. And you can sort it. If you do use Google Drive, you can put it where you want. I have a folder specifically for client forms. So I would put it in my client forms folder, right? File, make a copy, select. Now I'm going to rename this and I'm going to call it training credit card authorization form. Make a copy. So now I could do whatever I want here to edit the top of this to put my information in, right? You will not be able to do it on the one I sent you. I should fix that. I do like the idea of putting your logo in there. As we talk in marketing, branding is important and they know it's coming from your business. I put my logo on everything. It's at the bottom of my emails to clients. It's on, if I put together a quote, my credit card authorization form, they know it's me. Okay. So as I said, you can do something from Canva. So let me pull up my one that has Canva that I did. client forms. Yeah, my computer is not, oops, that's not what I wanted to open up. All right. So the one I've been, this one, here it is. This is my most updated. I should delete my not updated. So see how this is an actual picture file as soon as it loads? That is a picture file I made in Canva and I brought it right in. For some reason it's not loaded all the way yet. But I have this, so all I have to do whenever I make this for a client, I put their as much of their information as I can. If I've already got a picture of their, license, right? I've already got a picture of their license. I can put in their address. I can put in their phone number. They've given me their email. I can put it in, right? Now, with that being said, I have this signed before the trip. So I can't always put the confirmation number. I will often add that after they've signed it. If it is a reservation that you're able to make, like hold the reservation and you get a number from making the reservation without paying, then obviously I put that number in there. But a lot of the ways that we book, we can't get the confirmation reservation number until after the booking is made. I don't worry about the fact that it's not on there when they initially sign it, because I'm going to put the trip type. So if it's a package, I'm going to put flights, resort, transportation, trip protection, whatever's included in that package that they're making a payment on, right? Or if I'm booking through multiple suppliers, each supplier gets its own credit card authorization form. So let's say I'm booking their hotels through RoomRes. I'm booking their flights for them with a rental car through Vax. I would have 2 different credit card authorization forms. If my client is booking through Viator through my link, my affiliate link, I don't need to fill out a credit card authorization form because I didn't process their card. Does everyone give me a thumbs up in the chat if that part makes sense? That we, even if it's one trip, we might have multiple credit card authorization forms, or if they booked through an affiliate link, they do not fill out, we don't fill out this form because we didn't process their card. All right. So if the client is making their own payment because we have a link for that, we don't have to fill this out. The same with if we have them do, I always, when I use Tin Leg Insurance, I give them the client link instead of doing it myself because I'm not a travel insurance expert. They're able to talk to travel insurance experts to get the correct policy for them. All right. So let me pull up an example of one that I fill out. So I do this before we make the payment, right? Super important. Because what if you make the payment and then 24 hours later they say, I never said you could do that when you send them the form. Well, now you know, now you're in trouble, right? You don't know. So here is the form before I downloaded it and sent it to my client. Their name, their guest name, because maybe, it might be a different contact. Sometimes I have groups of friends that are splitting the deposit, and the contact is that first person that contacted me. Disney World tickets, Walt Disney World Company. I didn't know the confirmation number, so I couldn't put it in. The dates they're going. I left this for them to fill out. If this were a second payment after a deposit, I would have this info, right? I'd just say, hey, are you going to use the same card? And I'd fill it in. And I didn't have this info for my client. Their billing address, state, and zip. I had their phone number and I had their email though. Okay. And then what I did, I personally use, and I do pay for this. You do not have to pay for something. I use DocuSign because it gives me a receipt printed right on there. DocuSign is not free. There are free PDF fillers out there that you can use for people to do it. They were able to type this right in. Okay. And here is a signature. Now, even though it's digital, they used something to sign. There's a receipt that this was not something else, because we can't do this. We can't have them come in and they choose a font that looks like a signature. My computer is really slow tonight. It says you've worked too hard. That's what my computer is telling us. We can't have this. There's no way to prove that the client did that. You just saw me do it. Looks like a signature to me, right? It cannot be that. Because if somebody, that won't hold up in court. Okay, so that doesn't keep you protected. Now, with that being said, there's many, many ways to get a credit card authorization form signed. I have had clients who print it out and physically sign it and then take a picture of it and send it to me. I have people who I happen to know in person that are coworkers. I work in a school, for those who don't know. I'm a teacher. Coworkers, I will bring the form to them and they physically fill it out so we don't have to worry about a digital form, right? And they sign it with a pen. It is totally fine for somebody to use a markup tool like on their phone or an iPad. They can sign it with their finger. They just cannot type a signature. A type signature is not going to hold up in court. Okay? So that's really, really important that you do that. If you are having trouble with getting a credit card authorization form sent, you're not sure how, as a new agent, you should be working with us directly for your first 3 to 5 bookings every step of the way anyway, right? We don't want you to try to do it completely on your own. Not because we don't think you can, but because we want to make sure that there's nothing gets missed. Nothing that you do accidentally is going to hold you liable for something that you didn't do, right? We don't want anybody, getting held responsible because they didn't do a credit card authorization form right. Okay. A lot of people do use, like, I've done free trials on PDF fillers. You can just download this. So what I do, I come in here. Woo, that is zoomed in. I come in here and I would, I use Google Drive because it's easy for me to use Google Drive, but it can be anywhere on your computer, right? You're going to click download. And then once you have that, you're able to send those things to people so they can fill them out or upload them to a PDF filler. Somebody told me there was a new one they use that it doesn't cost as much as DocuSign. To the point that I know I put a note for myself that January 1st, when my DocuSign is set to renew, I'm going to change it because it's way less money. I don't remember what it was. Lynette, which one was it you that you have one that you use?
I don't.
Oh, Sign Now. That's what it was.
Huh?
Sign Now.
Oh, I have to check that out. I heard small PDF was one, but I use DocuSign too, but I want to find something cheaper as well.
DocuSign is expensive. And had I realized it was that much, I probably wouldn't have kept using it. Sign Now is one that other people are using. Yeah, my computer's super slow. Let me turn that camera off completely. I don't like to record with my camera off, but if it's slowing it down, I'm going to. So Sign Now is one that people use as well. Now, DocuSign says sign online for free, but the person who owns it has to actually pay for the account. Your clients don't pay anything to use it. All right. You can get a free trial on here. And then let's see, pricing. So you know, you probably don't need more than the basic business, which is $8 a month. I think I pay like closer, probably more than 30 a month. It's a lot. It's too much. It's like 300 a year for DocuSign, but this is only $8 a month, which to make it less stressful, that's what I'm going to do once my DocuSign expires, right? So sign now is that small PDF, all of those things. So sign now, small PDF. If you already have Adobe Acrobat, you can use that. All right. All of those things are ways to do it. Obviously you can also just send it to clients, email it to them, have them fill it out and sign it with something besides typing. Okay. So before we go on, any questions about card authorization form?
Do you
Questions about,
also have to, yeah,
go
do you
ahead.
also have to do the credit? You have to do the credit card authorization form when it comes to the instant commissions too, right?
Yes, you want to protect yourself with an instant commission. You're going to want to make some kind of an invoice that has the price they're paying to the vendor and then the non-refundable wholesale booking fee, whatever you're calling it, that they're paying to you. That way, if they cancel, you keep that commission. So for the most part, we do not submit the credit card authorization form to anyone. It's our responsibility. Let's see if I can find it. It's our responsibility. Yep, I'm going to show you how you can actually make one on here. I admittedly do not do a lot of instant commissions, so I don't have a template, but I can show you how to make one. There are tons in Canva. You can do Canva completely free. The reason I have a paid account is only because they gave it to educators free during COVID and they haven't taken it away yet. That's the only reason I have a paid account, right? But there's lots of free templates in here. You can even make them look nice. Like this one's got some colors in it. So I can choose this one. All right, customize this template. You can take your brand colors and replace these here. So if I just click this, I can choose. Oh, you're not going to let me do one of the gradient ones because that's what I really want to do. So my colors are teal and purple. It's really this purple. So I could put that in there. Then what I would do, I would delete because I'm going to take and I'm going to put my logo in there, right? Everything's from Traveling with Tasha. That's my business. And then I should be able to put, so what you would do, I don't think we need this column, to be perfectly honest. So I'm just going to do that. Description. I would put, let's say it's like, I don't know, Hilton Club, New York City. The price, $1,815. We actually don't even need this column either. I might be able to change this whole table. I bet I can. I'm going to delete the table. Now I'm going to make a table. And my table is just going to have 2 columns. I think you can edit them after. You ready? Here's my 2 columns. Because we don't need more than that, right? And then can typically adjust that. That table doesn't want to work for me. Tables, see all tables. You can make them as pretty as you want, right? I'm going to assume it's going to let me adjust this. I only want 2 columns. Oh, if we can delete row, we must be able to delete column. Delete column. There we go. So I would have this one bigger and this one smaller. I would obviously put a header, right? We're going to get to the commission tracking form, all right? So right now we're focusing on what we do with credit card authorization. If you were to do an instant commission, I would send this with the instant commission form, with the credit card authorization form. Okay. I would send this with the credit card authorization form because you're going to put, this is super tiny. Hilton Club, New York City. You could even put like what the dates are, 10/4/24 to 10/8/24. And then I put the price. I would add a header, as I said, to this. And it's $1,835. And then I would put non-refundable wholesale booking fee. And maybe I'm charging $500. $500, right? Now, some of this stuff is not needed, so I'm gonna take it out. Oops. I don't need a subtotal or a total. I might even just leave it in the here. Total charge, right? So now we have 2,335.00.
Can I ask you a question real quick?
Yep.
So you're basically flat out telling them like, hey, that this is a booking fee? Because I kind of thought it was supposed to be like more like, hey, it's part of the booking, but
If it's an instant commission, I am very transparent with my clients. I will tell them, hey, I only, because I have lots of people that know me personally, people that don't know me personally, and they ask, how does this work? How do I work with a travel agent? Do I pay you? Do I this? And I say, listen, for me personally, the only time I charge a fee is when I'm not getting paid commission. I don't charge fees other than that. So I charge for airline alone, because airline alone, not part of a package, there's no commission. This is something, if I was booking on Evo Plus or another wholesale site, and let's say I'm saving them still over $1,000, even with this. Let's say that this normally would have been maybe it was $3,500 would be the normal cost of this. And that's the lowest they could find, I could find anywhere. I'm still saving them almost $1,200 from what they would have paid, even with my fee. So that client is still going to be happy, right? So with an instant commission, you could call this an administrative fee. You could call it whatever you want to. It's important that you say non-refundable, because then if they cancel, you're not losing the money for the work you did. Okay? And that's typically what we're doing with an instant commission. I would send this with the credit card authorization form. Now, with that being said, if I am booking something like Vax and I'm adding commission, because you can add commission, right? So I'm going to just bring up a saved itinerary that I have. So sometimes if I'm booking through a vendor and the commission's really low and I'm not going to go over their budget, I don't have to give them an invoice on some of them that allow me to add commission. It just gets added into the price. Okay. Yeah, I will share that with you guys. I'll share the template. Come on, Vax. Vax is slow a lot of the times, especially on a Zoom. But so if I were to add something here, I'd go to booking administration. So see right now, my price, my commission is $5.12. I can increase the percentage or I can increase by an amount. I like to, as long as I'm not pushing their budget, I like to get up to 10% minimum. So I might add, $350 so that my commission's closer to that 800. So now it's closer to what the 10% was. And if their budget was 12,000, I'm still saving them, right? And then I don't have to give the invoice. But if you're booking on something with Evo Plus, you're getting $0 unless you charge a fee. So you have to give an invoice with it broken down. You can call that fee whatever you want to call that fee. If you don't want to say that it's a booking fee, you don't have to. Some people will say something like, in order for me to use this wholesale booking site, there's a fee. Now, that's not a lie, because in your back office, Evo Plus, now it is, if you're a newer agent, it is included in your membership fee, but you're paying for it. So you may notice mine says cancel Evo Plus. When it first came out, there was an option to add it on to our existing membership or not. And pretty much most people did because it's really worthwhile and very beneficial, right? But mine are separate. So I do pay a separate monthly fee for Evo Plus in addition to my membership fee. But then the new membership fee now includes Evo Plus. So it's not really a lie to say I have to pay for access to this wholesale booking fee. So in order for me to get you this amazing deal that's still going to save you over $1,200, there is a non-refundable wholesale booking fee for me to use that site. Okay. And I know it's a weird feeling to tell the client I'm charging them, but from day one, I am upfront with my clients and say, the only time I charge a fee is if there is not commission built in. And I will also tell people, if they ask me for flights only, I tell them before I even do it, I say, I just want to let you know that flights do not pay commission. So I do charge a fee. And typically that fee is $50 per person for a domestic flight, and at least $100 to $150 per person for an international flight. Because I'm then servicing the flight too, checking them in, dealing with it if something goes wrong. And international could mean, middle of the night or more connections. It just depends on how complicated the booking is. All right. But yeah, we do an invoice because you need to show, hey, we're paying this. And you might put, you could put Evo Plus or whatever you're booking through. And it's about posture when you talk to your clients, right? You have to be confident to know your value, that you did the work, you deserve to be paid for your work. It's just coming in the form of a non-refundable booking fee or wholesale fee. You don't even have to say booking, say non-refundable wholesale fee for booking through the wholesale site. Okay. But you would send some kind of invoice with the credit card authorization if you're doing an instant commission. Okay. Any other questions about credit card authorization before we move on? Close some things. All right. Now, I believe the credit card authorization is also linked on the Start Me. For those of you who are newer agents using the Start Me, and it should also be linked on the Pathway if you're still on that. Right? So the majority of things that you book include commissions. The majority, if you're going through our vendors that we're telling you to register for, they're including commissions for the most part. Okay. Things that don't include commissions, some of our come on, computer. Vacation home rentals, depending on what site you go to, you have to charge a fee. So if you go into under recordings and more and you go to cabin and home rentals, there's certain vendors we know will pay and work with travel agents. So Vacasa, Red Awning, Go Blue Travel, Villa Direct, those pay commission. You register as a travel agent. Some of these, they may or may not. You have to contact them. You would have to charge a fee to get paid commission booking through these. All right. But they are reputable vendors. You will notice you do not see something like Airbnb on here or Vrbo, which is owned by Airbnb. They do not work with travel agents, and they often have not great customer service. The only time I book a Vrbo is if I'm booking it through Expedia Tap, because you can find them there as well. So it's not a how many days do you have to submit a credit card authorization. You want that signed before you use the client's card to charge the trip or their deposit. Okay. And you're responsible for keeping that in your records. So as you see, I have a folder for each of my clients. And within those folders, you know, if somebody has booked, find somebody I know for sure. If somebody has booked more than one trip, I have multiple folders for them. Okay. And in there, we've got those completed credit card authorization forms. It's my responsibility to keep track of my records. The exception is when you do within the 21 days, then you have to, for certain vendors, submit it to Archer. All right. All right. So from your back office, you're going to go to your travel site. So on your travel site, this has a second back office. This is the back office where you keep track of all of your commissions and bookings through those commission tracking forms. Now I do we have a full like hour-long training on everything about commissions. It is in the team website. Today, we're just going to talk quickly about how you fill out that form, where you find it, those things. All right. So from here, when you're logged in to your travel site, you go to the dashboard. This is actually what pops up the first time that you sign in and where you can create your profile as a new agent. So if you go under commissions, we have multiple tabs: paid, submitted, commission tracking form, and where's my commission. All right. So we go to commission tracking form. It has you choose, is it a cruise? Is it a package that has multiple things, but booked by the same vendor? Right. Again, if I book, you know, a cruise, and then I use RoomRes to get a hotel for the night before the cruise, and Maybe I did something else, some excursions. They booked through Viator. I would have to do 3 different commission tracking forms because it's 3 different bookings. However many booking numbers you have, every booking number gets its own commission tracking form. All right. Maybe you did a rental car only, a hotel only, insurance. So if you have somebody that did through Tinleg and did insurance, you would do that one. Activities and rail, that's what we would do for Viator or anything else. All right. So let's say it's a cruise. Either way, I'll show you different ones. You come in, we'll just put my info for now. You will need first name, last name of the primary traveler. That is the first person whose name is listed on the booking. Whoever the first name is listed on the booking, that we call that the lead guest or the primary traveler. All right. If you're doing a cruise and it's 2 cabins or 3 cabins and they each have their own booking number, they each get a commission tracking form. We have to put the dates. So let's see, we'll do February. I'm just going to put dates I know that I have a cruise so I can pick the right one. And then when it comes back, that's not the right date. And then you put the date that the trip ends. Then I have to put the ship name, the supplier, so Carnival. And then I put in a booking number and it will tell you if they're wrong. Like it knows how many numbers should be for the specific supplier. But under here, please look. So because I selected cruise, it's only giving me cruise, mostly giving me cruise suppliers, right? You can put other if it's not in the list, whatever you're booking. All right, my ticket number is the reservation number. Then I put the total price, my estimated commission. That is whatever is listed as the commission on the vendor, not my 80%, the 100% commission. We list it here. And then we click submit. I'm not going to submit this because this is a fake booking. When you submit it, you will get an email that says that it was submitted. Okay, you'll get an email that says that your commission tracking form was submitted. You can check your submitted commissions by going here, submitted commissions. Okay. It has the tracking number. The ticket number is, it's not a number you put in. It's generated by the commission tracking form software. All right. Tells me when I submitted it, the estimated commission, the total trip, that the client, the departure date, and what they bought, right? So we put all of our commission tracking forms in here because if you don't submit one, you don't get paid. This is a really simple, quick overview of what happens, right? Let's say Disney. I don't know when Disney pays Archer, but let's say they pay once a month. Maybe they pay the first of the month. I don't know if that's true, but they don't send, well, here's all the commissions for Tasha. Here's all the commissions for Lynette. Here's all the commissions for so-and-so. They send one check and a list of booking numbers. And someone at Archer, probably more than one someone at Archer, it is their job to then connect them to the correct agent. If you don't fill this out, they have no way of knowing it was your booking. Now, it might be listed in there who it was. I don't know what those forms look like, but some things like a car rental, let me show you an example. When I go to Enterprise Rental Car Travel Agent Login, is this the right one? Nope. There's more than one.
Hey Tasha, do we have to register for Enterprise Travel Agent?
We do not, because I'm not signing in as Tasha. I am signing in with Archer's IATA number. Of course, now I can't find one. I'm booking as Archer Travel.
Very nice.
because I'm booking as Archer Travel, they really have no idea which agent booked it without that commission tracking form, right? So all I do, look, my login is just the IATA number. I don't put anything else. I'm booking as Archer Travel for this rental car when I book direct through the rental car. Be careful, for some reason, it always goes to euros when I do enterprise. So you have to change it up here. But see, I'm logged in as Archer Travel Service. I'm not logged in as Tasha with Archer Travel Service. I'm logged in as Tasha, not Tasha at all, just Archer. So when they get the checks from enterprise, they don't know who booked them without those commission tracking forms, right? So that's why they're so important. Now you can also check in here your paid commissions. It will be listed by year, like how much you've been paid out in a year, and then it will list all of the individual things. I keep track with a, let me share mine with you. Commissions. I do have a template here, but what I do, I highlight it when it gets paid and I put the date I was paid. I have this sorted by travel date. I have to go in because I have not put in my last two. I haven't had time. But I also have, it adds up my total commissions. It adds up my 10% as a mentor, all of that. So I can give you guys my template for this. And basically what I do, I go to my submitted commission forms and I copy and paste them into here. And then I can keep track of making sure I get paid, because I can come in and I can sort it by travel date. Right. So again, you'll have to make a copy of this because otherwise everybody would be changing everyone's form. Right. But I like to keep track. Because that way I'm able to, hey, it's been 90 days since my clients traveled. Now I can come in and do my, where's my commission? You only send this 60 to 9 days after travel is complete if you haven't been paid. The other thing that is really helpful, they do now have a pending travel commissions tab. My pending travel commissions are really sad for, for September 30th. For some reason, I'm just getting this one that's $28, but that's okay because I got a really great check last week on Monday. All right. So this is saying for 9/30, that's our next payment date. It says here, payments received on the 1st through 15th of the month are paid out the end of the month. Payments received the 16th to the 31st of the month are paid the middle of the following month. So basically, this is all that got paid the 1st to the 15th of September, because all my other ones came in last month. Everything I got paid on the 15th came in the 16th to the 31st of August, got paid to Archer. This is great because you at least kind of know what to expect. The next thing we have to talk about is what it says right here. If you do not have an Akimbo card identifier number attached to your back office when you have commissions, they have no way to pay you. With that being said, we're going to go over the Akimbo card. But if you have not made a booking, do not order a card yet. Unless you're building and you've built yourself to silver. Do not order a pay card, because if it's not active, like if you're not using it but you have it, you could get charged fees for it. So wait till you're going to get paid to order it. It takes about 2 weeks to come in. It's not long. All right. So you go on the side. I think on a phone, sometimes this menu shows up on the bottom. It's either this or the Travel Cafe does. Prepaid card info. And again, this is for US agents. I don't think there's anyone here who's not a US agent. All right. Notice it says do not order unless you're due commissions. Travel, wait until you've booked your first trip. Residuals, wait until you're actively recruiting and are at least a silver consultant, because you may incur costs of the card if you have the card and it's not being used. All you do, you have to do it from here and click register for your new Akimbo card. Okay. When you come in, you'll notice there's an invitation code already here. This connects you to them. I actually recently had to request a new card. And they said when I was getting answers about what was going on with my card, because there was an issue with my card, they specifically said to me, what program are you with? When I called Akimbo, they asked me, they wanted me to tell them I was with Evolution. All right. So you do put your email, your phone number, your date of birth, you leave the code alone. You check off the boxes, you click next, and then you give them, you know, how you're gonna, your address and all that good stuff, right? You do want to enroll in text alerts. I get a text every time any transaction goes through on my card. All right. And it tells me my current balance after that transaction has happened. So that's really nice. Especially on commission day when you're like, ooh, I know it's hitting. I'm getting my texts. There is an app for your phone for Akimbo. There is also a website for Akimbo, just like any online banking. Okay.
So
Jen-
Akimbo is how we get paid, right?
Yes. So essentially, it's a prepaid MasterCard that they load your money onto. You can transfer it to your bank. You can just use it. I use my Akimbo card. I use it. With that being said, I never use it as a debit card with my PIN because they charge a fee. But if it asks for my PIN and I hit the little X to bypass the PIN and they run it as a credit card, there is no fee. Okay. So like if I use it at the grocery store, I click X so I don't have to put, like I X out of the option of putting a PIN in and it just runs it as a credit card and there's no fee charged. But if you run it as a debit, they do charge a fee for some reason. And I don't know why. All right. So important to know, once you get that card, you need to come into your back office. You go to account, update personal information. Up here at the top, you have to put in your Akimbo card identifier number. I have been told that on the newer cards, it is being printed on the cards. I will find out when I get my new card. However, I put that paper. It is also printed on your Akimbo paper that your card comes on. So don't just throw the paper away, okay? It is going to be right underneath the little logo. See the logo on there? I'm holding up my paper. And it's everything before the backslash. I highlighted mine, so I knew. Everything before the first backslash. But I have been told by newer agents that they are printing it on the new cards now. But my cards did not have my identifier printed on them. So you do need to get that. And you need to put it on your account. If you are somebody who is also on the team building side and have more than one account, you need to put your Akimbo card on every account. If you ever need to change this, your card gets lost or stolen and you get a replacement card. Your card expires and you get a renewed card. No matter what, you come into the blue box right here. This is how we talk. Anything we need to communicate with Evolution about our membership, right? Send us a message. Now, we'll tell you they're currently closed, right? They're no longer open at 7 p.m. Pacific time. You put the message in, hey, I got a new Akimbo card. I need it changed for my account. They're likely going to ask you some identifying information questions like the last 4 digits of your social security number. They also asked me, because I just had to change mine for all my accounts. They also asked me for the date of birth, my date of birth, and they asked me the last 4 digits of the card I used to pay my monthly membership. So just know that they may ask you some identification questions, and that's for your own security, right? They want to make sure somebody didn't like hack into your account and they're trying to, change something about your membership or put a different card in there that's not you, that you don't have, or whatever the case may be. Okay. So they do ask that anytime you ask for anything in the blue box. But this is really important because if you get an Akimbo card and you don't connect it, they can't pay you. Now, as soon as it's connected, they will absolutely pay you, but they can't if you don't connect your card. Okay. Because I'm recording this, I am also going to include our information for our international agents. All right. So international agents have a different process. They use wire transfer called WISE, and it gets paid to your bank in your currency. All right. And there is information in the travel cafe. So our international agents in Mexico, Australia, and now the UK, you're going to go to international agents, choose your country, right? Commission setup form, I believe. Link your account to Archer Travel, UK agents to be paid commissions. It'll be for all the same for them. There is a link here that you go to sign up and link your bank account to WISE. It is a reputable wire transfer system. You log in, you create an account. Once you have the number, you put your agent ID number, new submission, or if you're changing it because you needed to change it because maybe you changed a bank, right? You'll get that information 2 to 5 business days with your account with them to the email address you used to create there. Legal first name, last name is hidden, agent email on WISE. Then you can select your preferred currency, euros, pounds, Australian dollars, pesos, whatever you're using based on yours, and you submit it. And they will send you a confirmation that it's set up. The difference, international agents are only paid their commissions once a month. All right. US agents, we are paid the 15th of the month and the last business day of the month for commissions. International agents, it's one payment per month. You get if you're team building and a mentor, you also get your residual income paid the same way once a month as all agents, the Friday after the 15th of the month through your WISE account. Okay. It's very important that people know what they have to connect in order to make sure they get paid.